Welcome to Love Them Knives channel. I guess today, I hope to get a little respect. This is not just a little respect. This is a whole bunch of respect. Backed my camera way up for this. Over 13 inches of complete insanity. Comes with a leather sheath, and you can see that this will, this is really stiff. It's really stiff for right now, but I mean, you can slide your belt through this, and you got this little clasp here. Pop that baby open. You can see how that functions. And then you can put the knife in the sheath, which I did the other day. Like that. And yes, that will finally stretch to accommodate. And looking through the camera doing this is not doing me any good. Okay, there you go. Whew. Whoa there. Damn it. Whoa. This is not going to be a quick release type of thing. Although it's going to be easier coming off than going on. Right now, at least. Going to have to take a while to loosen up. So, and I was shocked to get this thing out of the box. Holy moly. That would be a huge pistol. Too small for a rifle. But I don't know what kind of firearm this might hold, but a big one, especially if it's a handgun. And then you've got this cardboard sheath, and then you've got, and I like the fact that Spyderco does this, specific to the knife instead of just a generic paperwork. Welcome to Spyderco, here's your warranty crap. But they talk about Sal Glesser and, how he kind of wanted to always do a Bowie knife design, all this kind of stuff. Bill Bagwell, wouldn't you like to have his Undertaker Bowie? Or Hell's Bells. I've still been looking for a Hell's Bells. Ontario. And you know what? I was an enthusiast when they first came out and I didn't buy one, so I deserve to be crushed like a dog now for not having one. But there you go. Okay. Enough of the paperwork and me jabber-jawing. Yes, it comes in this huge pouch, and it is a big-ass knife. Let me show you. I got mine from White Mountain Knives, and it's $36. It's $365, I believe, dollars. Any case, overall length, over 13 inches. Basically an 8-inch blade. Blade thickness, crazy, crazy, crazy. CPM 154, clip point, flat grind. And here's your handle length. G10. I wonder what the ounces are on this. I'm going to weigh it anyhow, but 12.6, 12.5, something like that. Not too bad. It's not even a pound then. Not even a pound. But that is huge. Big. Look at that. And then you got this swedge here. And that's definitely a Bowie grind. Yes, and you're going, how fat behind? It's 0.03 of an inch behind that edge. So, it's kind of, that just depends on the kind of knife. Obviously, if it was a pocket knife or something, you'd want it probably 0.02 or less. But this one, that may be appropriate, really, for this. Like I said, big flat grind. You got the Spyderco hole in here. And I'm going to get this out because I got to. Turn this on, though. On and off, on and off. 3/10, it's 7.6 millimeters. 3/10 of an inch. basically 0.3, 0.299 of an inch. That is some thick blade stock. G10 scales, and they do have some patterning on them. And then these are nice machine screws, and they're below grade here. They're inset on the handle, and you can see, if you can see closely, where the scales come together. So you can unscrew this, pop these off. Maybe you could have somebody make you some really nice, burro walnuts or California buckeye or some kind of fancy scales for it. That'd be kind of cool. Or, any kind of aftermarket scales. Big choil here. One guy was mentioning, that squared choil I just don't like. I don't know. When I thought about that, but then I held the knife in my hand, and I'm thinking, this squared off area here, kind of nice for the fact that my finger's not going to go any further forward. Although, you've got this cross guard right there between your fingers, and I don't know if you want to get up that close and detailed with a knife this big. You're probably going to have another knife with you, maybe a small folding knife in your pocket if you want to do fine work with, in any case. But there you go. CPM 154. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to send this in and find out what the HRC is. Nice big lanyard hole in the back. Is it comfortable in the hand? Yeah, I think it is. You've got this like palm swell in this front, little smaller, kind of almost a choil area. You can kick up on this thing. It's interesting, isn't it? And it's real Spyderco-ish looking in that way. Big knife. Big dog, for sure. So you got really 7-inch, cutting length, 8-inch blade, 13, a little over 13. So you got, 33 centimeters overall and about 20 centimeter blade length. Let me see what we got here, just for the heck of it. And you know what? I'm going to get right up on here. 0.62 of an inch. So 16, basically 16 millimeters. Now let's come back. Aha! 18 millimeters, so 0.72 of an inch. But as we go, we're thinning out a little bit, and at the very end, come on, 0.64, 16. So that's interesting, isn't it? 16 out to 18, 1 or 2, and then back to 16 again. So you can see how it's tapered to be thicker in the middle. Height of this dog, because that might be of interest to you. 32, almost 33 millimeter height. 1.3 inches here. 1 inch here. In the choil area, back to basically an inch. And then, if that's important, of course, as it's tapering down, it's a little funky, but yeah. So, obviously deeper here and fatter. This is the place where it's the fattest and the deepest. I think they thought about the ergos then. For me, it feels good. Wow, that's big. Now, these are kind of some sharp lines, and I don't know that it really bothers me. It's unique because it's Spyderco, and they do their designs the way they do their designs. They're not following any particular trend necessarily. So this is their, salute or tribute to the Bowie. And overall, I really like it. I think it'd be usable to a degree, and I don't really call it a bushcrafting knife per se, so not sure what in particular you would use this knife for. More like kind of an all-purpose. You can do a little bit of a lot of different tasks with it, but it's not a very specific oriented knife from what I can see. And then, of course, this is my Bark River in CPM 3V, and that's my SOG, MACV SOG Bowie. So this is another Bowie, with a more complex grind to it, and a convex grind to the blade, and so it's probably not terribly thin behind the edge on this one either. Take a look. This is a bit more of a classic design. Obviously, you don't have a squared off choil area. Some more curves here. Nice rounded lines. A little bit more of a finished and high-end look with the ivory micarta. The antique, by the way, ivory micarta. And the really nice pommel and crossguard area like that. And probably about the same price, by the way. So, a lot more polished and distinguished in certain ways, and then, of course, more historically prominent. From that Vietnam combat type perspective. This may be a little bit more to the Western frontier situation. But check it out. It's hard to get it all in the camera. It's a big, big knife. And, well, let's throw this thing on my scale. If I can find I think my scale has run away, said, forget it. I don't even want to do this. And there it is, too. It's hiding under the paperwork. Just remember, you buy it from White Mountain, then 10% off. Well, that's $30-some. So that's going to be helpful. Well, I hope I'm getting the full weight. 12.6. There you go. 358 grams. 359. Pretty much as per the paperwork stated. Very interesting, though. And I saw a blurb on this, and so I just wanted to put it on my channel, give everybody as good a look at the knife as they can. I'm going to do, the HRC test. I'll send it to Kurt, have him pop it, and just kind of give me that information. So it'll be back with another batch of knives for another report on a group of knives, and this will be part of that group. Not much more I can say about it. Yes, it's comfortable in the hands. Reverse grip is comfortable as well for me. Obviously, piercing, slicing, all that kind of thing you could do with this knife. It might actually come in handy. It might actually come in handy, but that's a chunk. That is a chunk of stock right there on that. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think that thing could have been 5 millimeters or, just 1/4 inch, 6 millimeters. 7.6. That's a lot of heavy blade there. I'm gonna leave you alone. Yeah, you got the whole deal here. leather sheath, big huge zipper pouch, this, the paperwork. It's pretty cool. It is. It's pretty cool. I like it. Take care. Let you go. Thank you so much for just dropping in. And no, nothing earth-shattering, but I just wanted to put this on my channel. I think it's a significant knife, and I like Bowies. And I like this knife. And you know what we do? Well, we do. We love them knives. So you guys, stay sharp.